Howdy, I'm Patrick, and thanks for watching this video today. And what I got behind me here is a 2000 Ford Taurus with the 3-liter overhead valve V6 engine, and the alternator has crapped out on me. A real surefire way to know that your alternator's crapped out on you, or burnt out, gave up, whatever. Now this has to do with an undercharging condition, not an overcharging one. But I replaced the battery in my car back in May, so I know it wasn't the battery. And the battery light on the dash was on, and just right when I was pulling this thing in, the engine was trying to shut off, and I drove a couple miles without any gauges or anything. So anyway, to start off with, I'm not going to video that, but this is, the motions are about the same on most vehicles, but we're just working on a Taurus here, so you'll need 8mm socket to get the clamps off the battery, and just take the negative off, and on some of them it may be a 10mm. So anyway, I'll get that done, and we'll go over here and we'll get started to taking the alternator off. To start with, you're going to need, I think, a 15mm to get this bolt off, and a 15mm wrench to get the tensioner pulley, and I think a 10mm probably there under that nut. I'm not for 100% certain, but anyway, here we go. Okay, so I couldn't really get a good shot with the coolant tank on there to show you me getting the serpentine belt off, but I was able to do it just with a single wrench and just a little bit of effort. But you can hook another one to it and get it if you need to. Disintegrated anyway. And yes, that's a 10mm nut on the back of the alternator, which may break off. It's definitely kind of stuck. Oh, well, like I said, it's stuck, and then that told on me. I cheated and didn't unhook my battery. That's exactly why, you'd want to unhook yours and not do what I did there. So anyway, on to the next thing. And no, I'm not going to unhook it. I'm in a hurry. Just unhook that connector. Shouldn't have to worry about any sparks flying onto that. Taking some of this fun off. Got a pesky old engine mount. It's in the way. This bolt here happens to be a 13mm, so keeps the motor from running out of the car.
It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that so many times.
Yeah. It's really hard to keep up with all your bolts.
Yeah, that's it.
And then here you'll have two 15mm bolts holding the actual alternator on, one here and one over here on the back side. We'll get to the on the back side in just a minute.
Would you like me to get you a bucket to put your bolts in?
No, thank you.
What's that for?
Well, this is a ball joint puller. I use it like a hammer too.
Yeah.
Or something to pry on stuff with.
That's supposed to be the water tank, but it's got oil in it.
Yeah. I'm not working on that today.
Yeah.
Just fixing the alternator so I can drive it right now.
Yeah. That's a long bolt.
Yeah. So I guess you do have to take the coolant tank out to, or at least move it a little to get the alternator out. What a bummer. It's held on by two 10mm bolts. I already took care of breaking one off a long time ago when I replaced this tank the first time. But now, if you look at it, it doesn't look very clean. That's because it's got oil in it. And come to find out on these Tauruses that there's some little O-ring gormet things that go down in the lower intake manifold, and that apparently those leak and cause oil to get into the coolant, but I don't have any coolant in my oil, so hoping that's definitely not a head gasket there. I'm pretty sure, but well, we'll find out once it's actually fixed. And it sure don't drive or act like anything's wrong with it like a head gasket problem would be. And it don't gush a bunch of coolant out, though it loses a little coolant, but that's because it's losing the oil into the coolant. But I'll definitely make sure and cover that whole fix in the next video on this car. But for today, we're just going to go ahead and deal with this alternator madness. I definitely saw the alternator move, so there we go. So anyway, here's my brand new alternator from BD Electric. Just last February I was putting a starter in this car because of a bad battery, and that's who made the starter. Well, I can't complain a bit about them, so here goes one of their alternators that I got for 70 bucks on eBay shipped. So here's how I'm going to put the belt back on. I'm going to try anyway. I haven't put the final bolt in for the alternator, but I'm not left-handed, but double check and always make sure that your belt is on the pulleys properly, because if not, when you go to start it up, it'll know. You'll find out the hard way, and it'll chew your belt up. But I believe we're good to go there. So now to finish putting the tension on this sucker, I just put my alternator into place using this puller fork. knows it's perfect to do to threads. But for alternator, I don't think that's a big deal. Hey, sweetie.
When you're done your tea, will be obvious.
Thank you. Got such a great wife. Absolutely. I love you, sweetheart. And guys, that's about the only thing that works right in my life is my marriage. I hope all of you all can do your best to love your wives like Christ loved the church. I definitely don't do a very good job. I don't feel like it. But I've got a terrific wife. If you can't say anything good about your spouse, then maybe you just need to go get your lips sewed together, because I don't reckon you're very much fit to care about anybody then. If you can't love the person that you swear to God that you'd love no matter what. For those of you that watch my channel in regards to the Bible, that's going to be the direction next, is pertaining to the marriage and all that. Always make sure to hook up anything back that you disconnected, like, you know, your reservoir tank, your battery. You know, I don't have to worry about that in my case. And here, I don't even know what happened to, oh, there's that bolt there. But you know what, I'm just going to be lazy and not even put that in there. I'm going to double check my serpentine belt and see about starting this thing up. Okay, so let's start this thing. So far, so good anyway. So other than the fuel light, good to go. So put this new alternator in at 107,304 miles. No battery light on or anything like that, so hopefully this will work. So anyway, it's only been running maybe just a minute or two, so let's see if it starts up quick. Oh yeah, it definitely sounds like it's been charging, so we'll go ahead and mark that down as a success. Okay guys, so I put a little over 10 miles on this thing on the interstate, and with headlights and windshield wipers going, and had to stop and started a couple of times along the way. Some other stops I made before getting on the interstate. Looks like the alternator was the chief problem. So, hey, I appreciate you all for watching this video. I hope that it was a help unto you all. This does work for, I believe, all the 3-liter V6s that are in the Taurus. So, there might be some other bolts on there for, for a bracket or something like that, maybe. But that's pretty much the gist of it right there. So, I hope this is informative and that it was worth your time. I love you all and praise the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If you don't know about the gospel and who the Lord and Savior is, please visit my website at sharingthetruthandlove.com and click on the Salvation tab and learn about who Jesus is and how He saved you. So, yeah, y'all have a good day.